Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today is a theory video because we had the new trailer for the new Jurassic series, Jurassic World Chaos Theory, and there are some things there that do not make sense because we still do not have an answer for it. So I decided to make a theory here based on what happened to the species on Mantah Corp Island. On the trailer we don't have any information of what happened, but we do see Bumpy and Big Edie. Some people are not sure if it is Big Edie, but because of the color and basically the scars, we can say for sure it's probably Big Edie. And since like Camp Cretaceous, all the baryonyx obviously are like the trio. So every time we have a berry, it is from the trio. They like to like connect dinos instead of using random dinos of that species. They like to use their dino characters. So I think it's Big Edie, and some people thought that maybe will not be Big Edie because the color is a bit off. Like Big Edie is like a light gray with some dark stripes. But then we got Rexy, which look at Rexy color on the first movie, and then on Dominion. It changed a bit, so it's normal for T-Rexes to do that. But my theory here is, after some time the island was discovered by Dodson or someone else. I think Dodson is the most possible one to discover the island since he had the contract with Mantah Corp before everything went down. And he also knew about the island. So after Dodson opens his sanctuary in Biosyn, he maybe pays to get the dinos from Mantah Corp, or because Ben says on the season finale that Mantah Corp is the secret island. So maybe Dodson exposed the island to like the government and the people around the world, and then they are forced to give up the dinos. But then they give up the majority, but not all of them. We see Bumpy on a field that looks like Sammy's ranch. So I think Bumpy, Firecracker, and Pierce were moved to other places. Why that? Because those are the dinos that have the most amount of connection with the characters. And then Angel and Rebel, they like snow, so I don't think they would be on the ranch. Unless we don't see May, but I think May probably is with Pierce because she has a connection with him. And she said on one of the episodes that she like took care of Pierce his whole life. So maybe she also has other dinos. And then because Sammy has a ranch, she has Bumpy and maybe other dinos. I would presume herbivores or maybe smaller carnivores like Nothosaurs. I don't think the Pteranodons or the Xylos or the Raptors are there. Or maybe Toro, but maybe. And then the other species were taken to the Biosyn Valley. But then you may ask, why is Big Edie show on a dock instead of the Biosyn Valley? Well, simple. Biosyn is selling their dinos. Like the Moros and Traptors, for example. On the movie, we see the Moros on the lab, but then on the ending of the movie, we see a Moros just free on the world. And on the Mantah scene, we have a board that shows the dinosaur going to fight. And on that board, we have the Pyroraptor, the Oviraptor, and I think also the Dimetrodon. There's also the Biosyn Parasaurs that are on the sanctuary, but there are a bunch of them just loose on the world. We also have the Quets, and probably other dinos, maybe some Dimetrodon, some Pyros. There's also, I think the Atrociraptor is from Biosyn, because on the Dino Tracker... Yeah, on the Dino Tracker we have the information that the Atrociraptors were made using some raptor DNA, and we have information that Kayla got some raptors from Sorna to Biosyn, so I think it's possible that Biosyn made the Atrociraptors. And they probably made all the other, at least the most of the new species like the Lystrosaurus, the Oviraptor, the Dimetro. So then they probably are going to sell Big Edie on that scene, because on the dock we also see some other crates, and we see the Allosaurus there. Also on the teaser we see the ghost trying to chase down Darius, and it seems like the same area all those three dinosaurs. So maybe it will be a dock where they are like selling the dinos and putting them on ships, or it is the dock on Malta. And if it is on Malta, then we can probably even see like Rain Delacourt, or probably Soyana. Soyana is going to appear, or at least get mentioned. No way she's not getting anything. There are some people that also thought that that dog was on Mantah Corp, but I don't. I don't think so, because why is the Allosaurus there? And if everything is fine on the Mantah Corp island and all the dinosaurs are safe, then why is Bumpy on the mainland instead of the island? Like for example, on the ending, that took apart like 2 to 3 years after they escape Mantah Corp island, and we see Ben on the island with Bumpy. So why now Bumpy is on the mainland and instead of the island, which is probably even more safer for her, unless someone discovered the island and all the dinos had to be evacuated from there. There's also a scene of the trailer when we see a lot of crates with dinosaurs. We don't see any specific dino, but knowing the series, we're probably going to have a shot like showing the dinos. Then are going to have some random dinos like Gallimimus, Dimorphodon, Oransaurus, and then a dino character, maybe Toro, maybe Chaos, even a little Edie, but now she's bigger. She's probably an adult now. She's probably going to show up because she's the daughter from Big Edie. But the thing is, this is a series, which means we're not going to have all the answers just on season 1. Camp Cretaceous had 5 seasons, so I'm expecting at least 2 more after this one. So maybe we won't have all the answers at the moment, and we will have more on the other seasons. Well, if you guys have any other theories about that, about what happened to the other dinos, then tell me on the comments. And I see you all on the next video. Goodbye.